So I tried to set up two little cameras here. One, I'm going to put these minis on here, and the other one I'm going to just do with a kind of top-down kind of thing going on. So hopefully that will work out. I need to push this over here a bit so we can see everything. First, I'm going to just show you the doors, because they are going to be my stand for the minis. So we've got numerous doors here. They open like that. And I don't know, but I'm guessing these will come in. Now, the cardboard ones have numbers on that indicate how difficult, how noisy they are to open. So I don't know if there's any indication on these plastic ones how difficult they are to open or not. Whether there's so it looks like it's the amount of things on the top here. These have 2, and some of these others have 1, 2, and 3, and this one is a 3 as well. So they all indicate how difficult they are to open. These doors swing open, and these big doors slide open like that, which is super cool. And now let's put this just over here and show you a few other little bits of extras that we got. Got a whole set of paints to do with all the colours to do Red Hawk, which was a bonus character included in this paint set. I've not painted figures before, but I'm thinking of trying after getting all this. I'm going to have to leave some space to put things, because there is a lot of stuff. So then we've got another complete set of dice here, which are noise dice, drill dice, attack and defense dice. So those are great. The red ones are translucency. Then this is the dice tray that came with the game. Nice big one. This is the figure that came with the paints. That is, I can't even see her. Let's angle this down a little bit. We just, where are we? There. Okay, so that is great. That is not Sally, someone, it's someone. Sally's in this box, which I've not even opened yet. I have taken the cellophane off the wrappers, off the games, just to make it a bit easier and have a quick look. I haven't opened many of the trays. So this is Sally here. Comes with some cards in French and English. Sally is there. And then some more weapons, again, French and English versions there. Let's get rid of those. And then before we go into the core box, there's one more thing to show you. I'm not going to be able to show you very well because it's massive. And that is the neoprene mat of, I mean, this thing must be, it's over 1 meter wide. And yeah. I'm not even going to be able to unroll it all, but there we go. I think I'll be using that on a number of games, not just Reichbusters, because that is, I'm just seeing what Martin's written, nice. That is massive, probably about the size of my table. Right, let's get rid of these a minute. Okay, so we have a rule book and a mission book. I've read through the rulebook, it all seems fairly straightforward. I'm sure there's going to be some edge cases. I'd heard there was a lot of symbols in this, but actually I've got Batman, and there's, you know, the symbols are all on the back here. And then you have the missions, which can be done as a campaign or just as a raid. So you can do a raid or a campaign mission. And the idea is you're going to want to stay quiet and stealthy as long as possible. Did not see that coming, because, yeah. Okay, so down the side here we have dice, various cards. These are quite cool. Some of these cards, they start off on the other side, and when you get in line of sight of them, they flip over and then have an effect. So in this case, it would be a dog cage. So you have to roll an extra noise dice, which is quite a cool idea. We have, these are spawn cards, I think. And then some of the enemy cards. Again, enemies can have multiple cards, which indicates their health. And then these are some of the hero cards and things. We'll have a look at some of those in a minute. Core box 1 of 1. Okay, I have opened the box, but not this. So we have the player trays. So you've got everywhere to put your guns, your I'm not sure what goes in there actually, I can't remember, but your equipment, your guns, and your card. And if you take wounds, you might slide some underneath, get permanent wounds. 4 of those trays. Then we have some minis. So we shall move Sally and t'other one. Well, she was on the instructions for the paint, wasn't she? Red Hawk. We have obviously this monster there, which I'm going to have to zoom the camera out for. There we go. So that is obviously an enemy character. We have this guy next to him, looking really good, really detailed. And then these are the zombies here, kind of standard fodder for your heroes. And here are some of the heroes in the different colour, the brown there. This guy here featured on the artwork behind, which you can't quite see. And there's 6 of those in this set, including this beardy chap with some hammers. So that's cool. So we have those in there. And then we've got this big core box number 2 with more in. And this is just the, oh my goodness, just the core box here. So this appears to be 2 or 3 more trays. Let's get rid of these. Full of evil. Full of evil. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with storage. Usually I like to shrink games down to their smallest smallest elements. So we've got some more zombies here, some of these guys with the hammers there. This guy who's got all sorts of appendages coming out. Again, I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can get a bit more of the quality. This little walking spider thing. Don't even know what that is. And then we've got another tray underneath. This one's got a lid on. So we've got some of the dogs here. We've got a dog there. And size-wise, you can't even see him under those. Nice textured floor on the bottom of some of these. Some have the textures. This guy doesn't have much of a texture. This guy does. And the dogs do. Kind of bricky looking floor. And then what are these guys? I didn't even get that out. Some kind of vril creature, I guess. Maybe the dog after it's had a bit of a rill burger. Viril? So yeah, I think I'll be getting some kind of toolbox to fit all these in. Then you've got some standard troopers with the big gun there, like so. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff. And that is just the core box. We have the card below, which I will have a look at. Never tell. Does that go that way around? Seems to. Never tell which way around these go. Right, get rid of these. Okay. Might have to get me. I never get these back into the cardboard boxes after one. After taking them out once, and everything to go back in. Let's do the card test. Oh yeah, that's gone in nicely. Nicely. And then we'll get the. Oh, forgot these. I really do like these plastic trays, especially when they're kind of dual layered like this, and keep all your tokens and bits. Well, let's try that actually. Let's get some tokens and bits out and just pop them in. Feels like there's a lot. Yeah, that's all cardboard. Let's get the knife, chop that up. And don't worry, we've only got a couple more boxes to go through. If you get bored, just stop watching. I'll put it on YouTube as well, so you can fast forward those bits. So don't worry about that. I wasn't going to unbox this on video, but a few people asked, so decided to go for it. Right, so yeah, this is all just falling out. We have a massive map tile there, which you'll see later is a good thing. And then if we I'll just punch out a bit of equipment here, and then see the equipment fits in there, comes out really easily. And we have, sometimes they say how many boards is on them. We've got loads of boards. Punch board. So those are your those go there. They're your kind of attributes you can earn during the game. So that's quite cool. Got some weapons there. I did hear that some of the tokens have French on. There was an error. I know that they're already addressing that and talking about how to get those out to people. This is part of the noise track. Once you get up to here, you go onto another track, double-sided with different lengths for different player counts. So that's again how some of the noise works. And yeah, we'll pop some of this back in here and get the next box. Oh, we'll have a look at some of the cards as well. So if we do that, didn't I? I did say we do that. So I think this is the biggest thing. I got quite a lot of Massive Darkness, but I think this kind of beats out Massive Darkness for how many boxes there are and how much content there is. So yeah, let's put those dice down there. All the punch board in here. Well, we have a look at some cards. So the next one we look at is the stretch goals, which are the, put these two models back on, so there's always a couple of models there, which are in the cargo hold. So I think there's some spawn ones here. These ones are, I think these might be wounds. So when you get a wound, you turn it over, and if the damage is, you take the top effect. Just get that in focus for you. And then if your damage is more than the middle number, you also have to take the bottom effect as a permanent wound that stays with you. You only move one area per turn, for example. So we've got some wounds there. Loads of spawn cards. These kind of dictate what's going to spawn, depending on the level. And then this is after, spawn cards after the alert, I think. Or is it noise cards? Noise cards, these are noise cards. So yeah, there's all sorts of kind of little cards there. We have the cards for the heroes. And they all come with their own, I think it's 12 card deck. So we have Brick, and he has all his own cards. Well, they're all sorted out, that's nice. Claudine, she has all her own cards, and managing these cards is part of the gameplay. They all have different cards. It's one of the ways they feel different. You can boost stuff, and then these two are the special cards that character has, the kind of super powered cards. Now, when you get through a deck, you reshuffle it, but you lose the top card of the deck from the game. So you are going to get weaker the longer it goes on, and the more enemies you let onto the board. So that is worth bearing in mind. So have some of the enemy cards here. So let me show you what I mean. So this one is, so once you kill her on the grey side, you will flip her over and her health turns to red. Once you kill her on the red, there's no number 2, so that would be it. However, with the Vril Panzer, you have 1 and then a 2 kind of greyed out. So you'd go 1 onto the 2 side, onto the grey 2, there's no red 2, so you just do that one 3 times. So they can go through multiple cards at a time. And then these, I think, are something to do with the map. You might put them out on the map and flip them, depending on line of sight and stuff. Nice square cards. So yeah, look, you have scientist desk, a load of scientist desks. So these will be randomly assigned to the map. You flip it over when you see it, and you place a guard on that spawn point. And it also tells you what to do with the card. This means get it out of the game. Whilst in this area, you may take a basic action to flip one of your weapons to its Vril side. So we have scientist desk, covered corpses, all things you're going to be, as soon as you can see them with line of sight, you flip them over. Cages, what might be in the cages? It's a dog cage, they're going to bark, so you're going to have to roll for noise. So that's the base set. We will put this off to one side, excuse me, while I balance myself around the room, trying to get rid of one box and onto the next. I've got to sort that out somehow now. Right, we're on to cargo hold. Cargo hold is the Kickstarter stuff. So the Kickstarter stretch goals, all that sort of thing. We have a shed load of cards. These all look to be, yeah, hero cards there. So you're kind of seeing what they do. Look how many, I'm expecting a lot of heroes in here. And then we've got some more cards inside this. We've got some more missions down there. Some more weapons. And then some more of everything. We have some, let's move that to one side. Some cards again in English and French, and more rooms. Another one of these massive guys that we saw before. Some kind of, I don't even know what that is. Same size as that. Let me just tilt you towards those a little bit. You can see that there. This guy is really happy about that little thing there that he's hugging. Loves that. And then you've got a little upgrade for some of the tokens. This is the turn order tokens. Paint them up silver, maybe a bit of blood paint on, blood spatter. You get the dog tags. And after the alarm's gone off, that is going to be randomised. Then we have got a little, I think that might be the alarm counter, the alarm tracker. Or it might go on the board. The actual board. And then we've got some more enemies, some we've seen, some we haven't, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more heroes to play as from the base game, which I think I was already up to 6 or 8, which is a crazy amount of content. So even if you've just gone in for these 2 boxes, you have got a super amount of content here, especially in terms of heroes, in terms of enemy variety and kind of gameplay upgrades. So that was a nice easy one to look at, he says. This one should go in a toolbox quite easily. I use toolbox for some of the cool mini or not ones. So that is the cargo hold. Then we have the expansion. not of this earth, which I guess is going to be what it says on the tin. Some more kind of supernatural inspired stuff. No cards down the side in this one. So here you have the rules, extra rules in English and French, extra tokens. You can already see they're a bit more grim and body-esque. Shrieker, new keywords, portal miniature, mission setup. So not much of this is new rules. The alien world. As you can see, some more reference stuff, and then we have the minis, which we got these little guys, these little guys. Where are all these? These are underneath. More cards from all, including spawn cards, and this is just all enemies. Not that you need any more heroes, as we've said. Let's try and pull this out a bit. So you get the sense of scale there of those. Part of these guys who've got the sword as well, and this one is, sorry, knocking the thing there. The portal, which is really cool, that you get a 3D piece there instead of just cardboard token. So yeah, loads more content, including this rather cross-looking fellow, and that one goes on there. Goes here, and this goes here, and then we've only got one more to look at, and that is quite possibly, well, it's called Project X, I think. Project X. Just looking down at it now. It's a one mini expansion, so there's only one mini in it, but it is in a box that is the same size as this. So let's get a look at Project X, and then I can have a rest, as this has taken it out of me, lads and lasses. Okay, so Project X. So we have a tile, rules in French, mission in French and English, rules are in French and English as well, some more doors, some more cards, and this, if we can call it, miniature. Oh my goodness. I mean, I could paint a room in my house and use less paint. And to get you a sense of scale, there is that one next to two of the heroes from the game. So that is, let me just get rid of this one. There you go. So you can see that on the big screen. That is Project X. Which you can see why it has a big box, really. Multiple faces in there, the zombies and stuff. Just nice textured floor, spikes, goo and tech combined. That looks like a really fun miniature. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that gives you an idea. It's a 25-minute unboxing. I don't usually do those, but I've given you a real brief look at what's in the game, in the all-in pledge. May have missed something. Quite frankly, I find it hard to keep track. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.